Hey guys, it's the angriest loaf of bread you'll ever see, because I literally just deleted every single clip to the video that I just made. Angry, am I no, alright? Yeah, well, this video's me reacting to an old video of mine. Anger, right? Yeah, I'm angry because I literally... you don't understand how angry I am. 14 clips over, like, I think about 7 minutes of friggin' recording. Just recording's gone. 7 minutes of it gone. Well, anyways, this is a video called Morrowind vs. Skyrim. I had to log into my account to unprivate the video. So let's get into it.
Hello guys, it is DBC Flander, back with you today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be, I'm going to be basically comparing Morrowind and Skyrim.
That's actually a thing that I want to point out is the formula that I used for my intros, my spoken intros, it's stayed relatively the same throughout all my channels, and it was heavily inspired from about 3 YouTubers, and that would be Markiplier, PewDiePie, and I think IBX Toy Kit, which, I mean, all three of those are vastly different, and then the return I get is completely different from all three of those, but yeah, I was inspired by those three guys with my intro.
Now you might be asking me, why am I doing this? Well, I recently found my copy of Skyrim, and I've been playing lots of Morrowind here lately, and, you know, I thought this would be appropriate. So, yeah, basically, this is going to be like a compare and contrast chart that I'm basically looking at right now.
It's true that I used the compare and contrast chart for this video, but there was only 2 points on the compare and contrast chart, and we'll talk more about that later on.
I'm using pre-recorded gameplay.
That is a lie. I never used pre-recorded gameplay. I had no concept of removing audio from videos, apparently, and just adding layers of audio. I don't know. It's a lie, and it's blatantly obvious, and I'll point it out later on.
Okay, so, yeah, the first one is a compare thing, is that they're both placed in Tamriel.
They are both placed in Tamriel. That is the weakest point I've ever heard. They're Elder Scrolls games. Where else are they going to be placed in? America? Like, it's just dumb.
So yeah, they are both placed in Tamriel. Here is a contrast. One is placed in Morrowind and the other is placed in Skyrim.
Sounds about right.
Now, yeah, so before, yeah, why did...
So back in the earlier days of my YouTube endeavors, I used 5 words an awful amount. Like, and, basically, and there's a 5th one I can't remember. And I remember, and even to some extent these days I use those words a little too much, I feel like. But it's because I didn't, like, script my videos. There I am using those words too much. It's because I didn't script my videos too much. And I would have, and I still don't script my videos, but I do think about what I'm going to say before I actually record. Back then I just kind of winged it all the way throughout. And there's some people that can do that. They have really good talking skills, but for someone like me, I can't hold a one-ended conversation. I can have a 3-hour conversation with anybody. I'm really good at holding a real-life conversation, but a one-sided conversation I just can't hold. It's just really hard for me. And even at this point, you know, I stop and I think about what I'm going to say next, but I do cut out the, muted audio part, because that would be really dumb if for 10 seconds all you hear is... Yeah, you go back to the video.
They named the game after, where they are, I don't know. So, another compare, they use the name of the same. They use their the names of where they are located.
Morrowind, Skyrim. I basically made the same point twice. How one does that is completely past me, but apparently I was so brain dead that I made the same point twice. It's a pretty good video.
Now, that isn't the case for like Oblivion, Daggerfall, and Arena, but that's the case for Morrowind and Skyrim, and possibly Elder Scrolls 6, Elvenwood.
Okay, so this part, Elder Scrolls 6, at this point, which I made this video back in, I think, about 2016, Elder Scrolls 6 hadn't been confirmed yet. I think Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition had just came out. And even now that we have Elder Scrolls 6 confirmed, I don't think it's going to be in Elvenwood. I think it's going to be in Hammerfell. Like, I think there's been, like, the little preview thing that we have. It's got some, like, geography from Hammerfell. Like, there's this big crater thing. And is Elvenwood even a place? I know there's a Valenwood, but is there an Elvenwood? I'm not sure. I need to go check that after this video.
Alright. And, these basically are, this one's a graphics, to do with graphics and the time period.
One of the games was released in 2002, and the other one was released in 2011. Of course they're going to have there was a whole game in between these two. Of course there's going to be vastly different graphics. I don't know why I even made that point.
Mechanics are a lot different in Morrowind than they are in Skyrim. So if you don't like basic...
Now this point is actually a good one. I made the point that the battle mechanics are actually vastly different, which, yes, they are. In Skyrim, it's basically your weapon is an extension to your arm, and in Morrowind, your weapons have durability, and you have, like, this fatigue. You have your fatigue bar, and if you're out of fatigue, you're less likely to hit somebody, and you have to, like, level that skill up to actually even... So, like, if you have a 5 in short blades, you're not going to use a short blade if you have a 50 in long blade. It's just you're not. Because if you have a 5 in short blades, you're not going to hit. If you have a 50, you're at least going to hit 50% of the time. That's actually probably not how that math works, but you'll be more likely to hit than if you had a short blade. Unless if you have an exponentially high luck.
Basically working on luck. Basically, Morrowind is not a game for you because basically you're just swinging around your sword or dagger or short sword or spear or whatever weapon you have until you hit. But basically, in Skyrim, basically it's a lot more realistic. Anytime you swing, if you're like far away, you're not going to hit, obviously. And if if you're close, you know, you're going to hit. Now, this is the case for,
Again, it would be, this video would have benefited a lot if it was pre-recorded because I could have muted the audio. This video, obviously, not pre-recorded. You can hear my TV, and sure, if you pre-record gameplay and you don't mute the TV and all that, but I would have did that if the game was pre-recorded. Just... It's so overwhelmingly louder, the TV, than my voice, because I would play with like a 25 or a 30 on my TV. And I feel like if even it was pre-recorded and I didn't have the video muted, I think that the software that I used at this time had some type of built-in like audio balancing so that the voiceover would be, or the voice overlay would be louder, or at least in the points that you were talking would be louder than the actual video itself.
Melee weapons and not ranged weapons, because both of their ranged weapons are basically the same content. Now, in this pre-recorded gameplay, right,
Again, not pre-recorded.
which brings me to my next one, is that their leveling system is different. It's a lot more easier to level in Skyrim than it is in Morrowind due to the insane amount of skills that they put into it. So they thought it would be a lot easier to level up, but it wasn't.
This point is my least favorite. This is the point. This is the bane of this video's existence. I said in Morrowind there is a lot more skills than there is in Skyrim, so the developers thought that the game would be easier to level up in. No, I had no way to back this up. I didn't believe it when I said it, and I still don't believe it because it's just not true. Morrowind is like an actual RPG experience rather than Skyrim, which is like an action RPG. Or like an action adventure game. It's not, Skyrim's really not an RPG, even though it's labeled as that. It's like an action adventure game. So that's the end of this video. Hope you liked it, and if you did, like the video, share with your friends, subscribe if you're new to the channel, all that good jazz. Link to my Instagram in the description as always. And before I leave, I want to point out that if there was an overwhelmingly loud popping sound in this video, the thing that I'm actually editing on, really likes to make the audio crunchy. It likes to, anytime that there's a jump cut, it likes to, I'm sorry if your ears are now obliterated, but, see you guys in the next video, which will probably not be for a while, because I am actually taking a vacation. Yes, I know y'all are gonna miss me. Where are you gonna get your daily content from? Well, you're not. And actually, when I get back from the vacation, I probably won't upload ever again, because my upload schedule will probably be so messed up, and I will be so just done with uploading at that point that I'll just have nothing. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and if you don't have a wonderful day, I am so very sorry, and the days to come will bring you wonderfulness. But there's a little shortcut to getting this wonderful day. If you like the video, you will get wonderful days for the rest of your life. Bye-bye!